Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and I'm joined by Dr. Ryan Greschuk, a lifestyle doctor, a chiropractor, and owner of Doctor of Living Big Health Coaching. Ryan recently released his book, It's Not Your Fault, You've Been Lied To, Timeless Principles That Have Kept People Healthy for Thousands of Years. Welcome, Ryan.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a bit about your expertise, your book, and what influenced you to write your book?
Well, by trade, I'm a chiropractor. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that I got hooked up with when I got out of school, I connected with a group of doctors that basically are looking at the way that our healthcare system is set up, and they recognize that the majority of the problems that people are facing are lifestyle related.
Yeah.
And so what they looked at is, how can we, in the crazy, busy world that we live in,
Yes.
how can we set up our lives so that we can actually put in the best lifestyle principles? Mm-hmm. And they're fantastic. They're a fantastic group of doctors, and they're actually the wellness advisors for 6 different Olympic teams. So
Wow.
in finding that out, I saw the potential for that, and then digging deeper, you could go into areas like the blue zones where people regularly live into their 90s and 100s, free from chronic disease.
Sure.
And you basically find out, like, here's a recipe for living that's been proven for thousands of years,
Yeah.
and it's very different than the way that we live nowadays. And so the motivation for the book really came from recognizing that people have the just amazing abilities and talents inside of them. Like, you've got something completely unique, completely different than me, and only when you're fully expressed can you actually tap into those gifts, talents, and abilities that are so needed right now. So basically, I saw people that were living far less than their best that didn't need to be, and at the same time saw people that were basically tapping into their full potential and said, okay, how do we build a bridge from now to how these people live? And that's essentially what I've created.
Absolutely. It's always good to be that change, right? Because we all try in our own way to better society, to better people's lives. And some people do it in one way, like what I'm trying to do. You do it in your own way with your book and with well-being. And I think it's an incredible thing, Ryan. So what is the biggest risk factor we face as humans when it comes to our well-being?
Biggest risk factor I find is actually one that you wouldn't necessarily think of. A lot of people are looking for, like, well, is it diet, is it exercise?
Yeah.
But it's up here. We defeat ourselves in our mind so badly all the time, because what happens is when you really tap into your potential and what your abilities are, you will do the work, and you'll find the best food, and you'll invest in yourself and your habits and exercise and staying away from chemicals and poisons and things like that. You'll do that, and you'll find out that information. But if you don't believe that that is just you as a baseline, then even if you get momentum and you start to move forward, you will always move back to that picture that you hold of yourself. As people, we hate inconsistency. And so if you think that, I'm just my parents were unhealthy and everybody else that I've seen is unhealthy, so really I have no choice but to be unhealthy, then you will walk that out.
Yeah, and you have to love yourself before you can help other people, right? You've got to be able to help yourself, absolutely. And so what do you think of the chemicals we all face on a daily basis? Because cancer rates are rising tragically, and it seems like we're falling down a bottomless pit.
The direction that we're going is bad, for sure. What they're saying right now is 60% of cancers are caused by the poisons in your own house. And one of the issues, actually, let's not talk issues, let's talk hope.
Yeah.
Because what happens is that there are ways. It's very easy to be sick, it's very difficult to be healthy. But it's also very simple to be healthy, because your body's default state is health. And when you give it what your body needs, your body will create health every time. The issue is how do you do that now in a society as crazy as ours without driving yourself nuts?
Absolutely.
Because you can be chasing, well, there's chemicals in this, and there's chemicals in this, and there's chemicals in this. But if you learn to focus on what are the majors, you cut out 80-90% of them, and it's less difficult than you'd think. Like, for instance, I haven't used toothpaste in the last year, I would say. Just baking soda. Does it taste the best? No. But it's very, very easy, it's very cheap, and boom, there's one more major source of chemicals gone from my life. And it's these little habits that just day in and day out, you figure out where's the biggest chunk, focus on that, master that, Don't worry about the other stuff, and then grow from there.
And baking soda is absolutely great for alkalinity, and it's great to lower your acidic levels, and that's it's a great thing. And I think more and more people are starting to realize
benefits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you mentioned glutathione in your book.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about glutathione and how it affects us? Because I've actually never heard of this before.
Glutathione is amazing, straight up. What it's basically your body is constantly being bombarded by stress, by pollutants, by toxins, by poor sleep, by electromagnetic radiation from all the electronics around us and things like that. That all does damage to our cells. And glutathione is the molecule that's responsible for cleaning up all that junk. So as our society, as your life moves faster and faster and faster, keeping your glutathione levels is essential, because what it does, first off, it's the master detoxifier in your body, clearing out toxins and junk that are causing all these cancers. And it also is the major driver of your immune system, which even things like diabetes, all these degenerative diseases are influenced by a poor immune system. So the more you can boost that glutathione, your body's going to be healthier to be able to handle all the stresses that come at you.
Well, that's incredible, because I never hear about this word. I've never seen it until I read it in your book, and I thought it was awesome that you were able to put that together and educate people on it, because obviously it is incredibly important.
It's huge. Think of it like the quarterback for your entire detox and immune boosting team.
Yeah.
It's what tells everybody what to do. You don't have glutathione, nothing else is going to work well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, so what do you think is a good solution to all the... And I know this is a difficult question, because, and I know you cover a lot of it in your book, because a big part of your book is about solutions, and that's a great thing. It's easy to just say the sky is falling, all these things are horrible, but it's a whole other thing to be like...
What are you going to do about
it? Exactly. And so what do you think is a good solution to all the problems we face when it comes to health and wellness, without giving away too much of your book?
You know what, truthfully, I don't have a problem giving away the book, because the information, and this is the beautiful and the frustrating thing, is that the information is out there. We know what it takes, but it's, can you walk it out? Do you know what is the next right step for you? Because otherwise, to go from how we live to how the healthiest people live, it's a big gap. It's a really big gap.
Yeah.
But by making simple changes and focusing on and having somebody to chart the path of, okay, for you, these are the 4 things you're going to focus on. Just master these. Forget about everything else, and you will get there.
Yeah.
So most important thing as far as staying healthy now is, 1, study what the winners are doing. Like basically in this game of life, the people that are living and have the kind of health that you want, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Don't worry about what's common. Don't worry about standing out, because most people are very, very sick.
Yeah.
And if you don't want that, you can't do what they're doing. So you need to be the oddball. Find community, find people that have the kind of health that you want, follow them, and then just be religious and be willing to invest in yourself, because your body, this is the only place that you're ever going to live.
Yeah.
And if you don't take care of this, you got nothing.
Yeah, people often say, YOLO, only one life, you only live once, and I often say exactly. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, people use it as a excuse to be stupid and do dumb things, but use it as you only have one life, but you can do amazing things in this life. Absolutely. But you can't do it if you don't take care of yourself.
Yeah. So you're an incredibly interesting person. I really enjoyed your book. So where can people find your book, and how can they support you and the work you do? For support in Winnipeg, basically direct people to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Dr. Ryan Greschuk. That's the one. For the book, you can go to www.itsnotyourfaultyou'vebeenliedto.com. It's a long name, but that'll take you to the Amazon page. And then I run an event once a month called a Real Food Fiesta. Oh, yeah.
Where, it's pretty cool. So we take unhealthy food that people love, like your favorite unhealthy recipes, and I show you how to make it 100% healthy. So we've done pizza, we've done brownies, like you can do brownies where there's no sugar, it's black bean based. We've done Nanaimo bars, we've done chocolate cake.
That can't be easy.
Oh
Nanaimo
yeah,
bars.
no,
Oh,
it's there's lentils in there.
Yeah?
That's the secret.
Wow.
So it's these little things that you wouldn't think of, but you can still. You don't have to live like a monk when you're eating healthy and living healthy. You can still be a normal guy, but just be an awesome normal guy.
Absolutely.
You know.
Well, and excellent advice. And you can check the links. We will hopefully be talking to Dr. Greschuk in the future, but check the links and check out his new book, It's Not Your Fault You've Been Lied To. Excellent read. I highly recommend it. This is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth. Be the change.